Hey there, and happy Tuesday afternoon. So I'm here with Valentine Kisses bundle, and you might go, seriously, Val, it's March. Valentine's was like a month ago, but I want to show you the versatility of this bundle that can be used all year round. And I saw that right away and thought I am going to get this because I love having new, fresh Valentine ideas, but I also love knowing that this one can be used for so many things. I actually have used it for wedding shower card and a baby shower card, and so it's just kind of fun to see the cute little bear in action and such. So let me get my camera turned around for you guys. Yeah, so I'm doing a double video today, and then I'll have to call it quits because I need to really get serious about my packing, you guys. I leave tomorrow for Stampin' Up's event in California, and my suitcase is empty, but I'm so excited to show you these fun projects before I leave. Okay, so here we have it, sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day. Like I said, great for birthday. I've used it for baby shower, wedding shower, things like that. I just think that the bear looks so cuddly, and I love that his arms get cut out so you can stuff things in there. So the Valentine Kisses here, this is the bundle. And let's see if I can get better light. I never know if I'm adding light or making it glare worse. So definitely like your happy Valentine's Day bear hugs and kisses, which doesn't have to always be Valentine's Day giving you a big smooch. You can leave that, but I love the sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day because that can be used for a lot of things. We've got wings to add to the bear. And then, like I said, the die, you'll see, I'm going to cut it out. It cuts here the arms so you can stuff a teddy bear in there. I'm going to use flowers today, or even like this little jar here. And I've stuffed hearts in there because we've got the dies that go along with this. And then you might go, oh yeah, I've used that kissing stand or kissing booth quite a bit too. So lots of fun dies in the Valentine Kisses. And then to make like one step ahead, when you see this heart cutout, I just want to show you that heart cutout is from the Endless Love dies, which was also very popular during Valentine's, but I just kept cutting out hearts, and I just thought, oh, this is so fun. Just change up the colors, and then you're all set. So let me get started. My color combination today is I'm working with Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Crumb Cake, and then just pulling in complementary colors that way and some neutrals. So to get started, I'm just going to open up my card front this way here for you. And then I'm going to add this little section here. Hopefully you can see I've already pre-embossed it. Oh, you guys, let me show you this because I've got this. This shows you everything, all the colors I'm using and everything. But the brushed, and don't look at my spelling there. My key strokes sometimes get ahead of me on my keyboard. Brushed brass butterflies have now sold out. When I made this, they were still available, and now they're gone. But I love that color. So if you have something metallic, I think it adds a lot to it, or even white, I think would pop too. But those are the products that I'm using. And so the embossing folder on here is the beautiful pattern that goes with that Brush Beauty. And actually it's part of that collection I just used on my prior card today. Let me measure this. So this is 2.5 by 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to get some adhesive on that and put that on the front of my card. So nice neutral background for this. Just gonna leave like a 1/4 inch or so on the edge here, and that just kind of acts as like a little bit of more color, then a different color and more color, so kind of is nice. And then I'm just going to trim that across the bottom here, just a little bit sticks out over the edge, and I'm going to do that. And then the next thing that's easy to put together is, like I said, I've cut out all these hearts ahead of time with the Endless Love hearts. And then what I did, so actually, as you can see here, I love this paper, Cute as a Bug, and that's still available. And then all of a sudden I went, oh, I've got more people signed up. So I was like, what do I have that's similar to this color? And the pattern papers, just the 6x6 that come in neutrals, subtles, all of that. That works great as when I'm in a panic and need that. But this is from something that had those rainbows a few years ago, And I've just been saving this because I love this paper and wanted to use it. Well, perfect timing because this color matches perfect with the soft sea foam. And then this edge, as you can see here, is from the Perennial Postage dies. And these have been around a long time. This is where now this week I'll go out to California and I'll get to see our next catalog unveiled, and I'll be super excited about that. But at the same time, super sad, because what happens is then things get retired or moved to the last chance list. And when I see things like this that I love using and use often, the Perennial Postage dies, and I'm like, oh, I hope these don't go away for a long, long time. And so then I'm just going to pop that up here in the corners with some dimensionals like that. And I can just put that, kind of center that there. All right, so you can see the difference with just adding the colors. Just gives a little look, but very similar. And then let's build up with our bear here. So I'm going to grab some basic, or memento, I mean, I was going to say basic black. And I'm just going to take this bear. This is my Charmin bear. I always think he looks like the Charmin bear from the commercials. So I've got him. And then I'm just going to bring over and die cut. Oh, actually, let's also, this bear's going to be holding the bouquet of flowers. So let's get that stamped out too, like so here, that bouquet. And then we can do both cutting at the same time. And actually, so I don't forget, I hope I have, yes it is. So from that Easter basket bundle, and I showed you cards with that yesterday, I love this little sprig of grass here. It's more than a sprig, it's a nice little, I call it my scene builder. Anything that like you can make a scene come together, that's so fun. So that is right there. And I'm cutting that out with Old Olive. Got that, and then we can switch back to Valentine Kisses and put the bear on here and line that up like so. And yeah, there's that. And then let's see, I was gonna say, where did I put the thing I already stamped? I know that happens to you guys too, right? And that one wants to move just a little bit. So just going to put that there, and hopefully nothing moves as I cut it out. There we go. All right, so I've got the bear here, and I've got the little bouquet here. And this is where you can see these arms now come apart to put things through. I know I've shown that before in videos, but sometimes you get behind on videos and don't always watch them in order. So if something seems new this time, it might be okay to repeat that. So I'm just going to do a little bit of coloring in with this bouquet here. I'm using from the Stampin' Blends Neutrals lines, the Stampin' Up! SU 500, to kind of do a nice brown cone wrap there with the flowers. And I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of yellow in the centers of these flowers here to make them look like daisies. So the Darling Duckling is what I'm using for that. And then the green, I'm just going to do these little bit of leaves. There's just a few leaves. And that I'm also doing to complement the soft sea foam. I'm just doing that. There's not a lot of this that needs to be done for coloring because not a lot really shows. But now I can just tuck that in here. Kind of don't want to take away from his cute face, but I also want to show that he's holding it. And then before it moves, I'm going to tip that over, and I just add dimensionals like so, so that it keeps that in place. Okay, I was checking, got it pretty close to the edge, and I really didn't need to get it that close, you guys. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't sticking over the edge. Okay, so that. Just making sure still that it's not. Okay, so now he's gonna go here, And then I'm just going to take some glue dots and press on each end, one here, and then one here, and then that's going to just kind of go right over his feet so that he's standing in the grass like so. So I've got that. It's coming together pretty fast, pretty cute. And then let's go with the sentiment, sending lots of love your way to celebrate this special day. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure that oh gosh, that looks a little crooked. Let's try that one again. I don't know if it's me that's crooked today or what's going on. There we go. That looks much better. And so let me just cut this down with, actually, I don't know if it looks, I feel like now that when I cut it, it still looks a little crooked. Sometimes it gets, after washing and such after classes, sometimes then it does get a little, there we go. This one is the best. Just washing it or inking it up if people swish it. Sometimes I know I swish my stamp, give it a little twist. That can make it move just a little bit too. And let's get some dimensionals on here. Put about 3 across there. And do that. Hello there, Julie. Thanks for popping on tonight. Okay. So I'm just going to put this kind of down here because I want that heart to show as much as possible. I'm just going to kind of take and flip his ear up and over. There we go. So we got lots of room there. So we're going to pop that ear up and over. And then, like I said, these brushed brass butterflies, they sold out. I was even looking to see like if I had anything else flashy or brassy, and these are sold out too, but the adhesive back, dragonflies and birds. Like I said, with the softness, I love that the pop of metal, what that gave the project. So that's why I thought, oh, it's so fun to add these to it. So I'm just gonna put a butterfly here and a butterfly up here for that. And then for the inside, I've got, let's see, bear hugs and kisses. Here we go. Bear hugs and kisses, because of course that goes right along with the bear. And then I'm just going to take that bouquet again that we used from the front and just add that kind of to the bottom corner like so, to coordinate the front to the inside, and that will just kind of finish it off. All right, and that goes in the inside here like so, and done. There we go. So like I said, you can use different pattern papers, and this comes from Cute as a Bug, and I just I do prefer that, but I know when I have choices at classes, it's always fun to see what other people choose, because not everybody loves blue like I love blue, and different things. So, and it's always fun to see how a card, even though it's the same layout and very similar in color, and sometimes during a class I'll be like, gosh, I actually like that better than what I did for my own sample. So that's sometimes how it ends up happening, and that too. All right, so let's see. That is what I have for you guys for inspiration this week for card ideas. Tomorrow I head out to Long Beach, California for Stampin' Ups on Stage. So I will be checking in with you guys and posting pictures of that fun event. Some things we can't share, like the inside of the catalog. So you'll be seeing people, I'm sure you follow other demonstrators too, and we'll be holding up our catalog with just the front cover and things like that. And that is why Stampin' Up has certain rules and regulations, and that's for us to follow or else, and I'm okay with that. And yet it's just being with the people and seeing the excitement. So you'll see me taking pictures, hopefully with lots of people, and a lot of times you'll say like, oh, I didn't know you knew such and such. And so that's kind of fun too, to just share my experience that way with you, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing this week if it wasn't for you guys too. So I like to give you a little bit of a view from my lens when I can, and take the time, but I also want to take time to enjoy the moment as well. But if you need something while I'm gone, just feel free to check in, and when I get time, I'll touch base with you too. So tonight I will be finishing up some pillow gifts for some special people that I'll be seeing too. So it'll be fun. Maybe I'll take some screenshots of that. I don't want to ruin the surprise before they get their little present, but might take some, depending on how they turn out, some pictures and post that later too. So thank you, Julie. Yeah, hope to have a good time. See lots, learn lots, and share lots when I get back. Take care. Bye-bye.